Hello everyone, welcome back. If you watched the previous video, probably enjoyed it. This is the second one. Same thing, week 10, we're power ranking teams, but now we're in Europe. Europe is, I just want to say this out, I've said it on stream a lot of times as well. Europe is more fun to watch, mainly because the teams are just more crazy and the spells that they pick and the plays that they make. Going for geos, we've seen more geo kills in Europe than we've seen in Asia, like fully. And Europe has twice as less teams. So yeah, a very crazy place. I like it very much. It's very interesting to cast. It's very entertaining to watch. So we're not stalling. Let's just get straight into it. Once again, pictures may be a bit scuffed and low quality. That is my doing. So yeah, even in the previous one. Let's kick it off. Esports 101. Oh my god, now. There's nothing much to say about esports. They haven't won a game. Their fights are not coordinated. Players even have like bad internet connection. They cannot they just can't play the game. In terms of spells that they use, I would say it's fine, but just yeah, it just doesn't work. There's nothing really much to say here. I'm already like 2 minutes in, not even 2 minutes in, and the first team we're just done. This is gonna be a very shorter video because we have less teams here. Maybe even esports 101 is disqualified, so I don't even know. So yeah, nothing much to say. Esports 101 is falling off. They still have to play against AMG Deo and Pudge. Yeah, I assume they're not gonna win anything, so we're just gonna kick off. AMG Deo. Okay, there it is. What I like about AMG Deo is that they appear to their matches, they come and they want to fight, but it's just bad, man. It's just bad. It just doesn't look nice. Nothing macro wise when when a team against them is doing something on the map, and this one win that they have, this was Baby Moon Gaming that before. So yeah, Baby Moon is like gone now. So also nothing much to do here. I can even like do this, but I mean they're not esports 101. Esports 101, I guess it's a bit worse. We haven't seen much from AMG Deo as well, so they just lack when when the enemy team is attacking one side, they don't even cross map well. So OBS is fine. They don't even cross map well, you know, when your enemy is diving your top laners, your players on top, you try to get something bot. Do something. Nothing. Now is where okay, let me just go on a limb. Sight Esports, this is a new team. We still haven't seen them play. They're coming in as substitutes for Baby Moon Gaming, and this is why they are 1-4. What's that one win that they have? They have a win against Esports 1-1. Yeah, I think that's the disqualified team. So I don't really know anything about Sight Esports, so I'm gonna put them in D tier because I haven't seen them. I don't know what they do. So we're gonna put them right there. It should be fine. Plus they're taking on the score of Baby Moon Gaming. So yikers, man. Maybe if they're like better than AMG, they can move up. Like I will do another tier list as the weeks go on, like on every 3 weeks or something, or like maybe just do the next one when the league finishes, and like do the full power ranking and maybe do some predictions, rundowns of the brackets. So I haven't seen them. They're gonna stay down there. Now, Chacha. Chacha is one of the teams that have been with Battle for Giostone a long time, actually. And they played in the finals for one tournament, but now they're not looking too good. Yesterday we saw them play against Pudge, and they got destroyed. Like the 2 games ended in 14 minutes. Pudge just came, did their thing, leave, no hello, no goodbye, just walk in, punch in the face, go out. However, they have 2-1 games. That is against Baby Moon technically before, and Sight Esports 101. So yeah, that is why I'm putting them a tier above. Also, they're consistent. They show up to their matches. They have decent macro, I'd say. They play a fine game. They understand when someone is attacking something, you go do something on the opposite side. They tried mirroring Pudge's strat. It did slow down the game a little bit. In game 1, I'm talking about, this is yesterday's match. Now, yesterday for you doesn't mean anything. Day 1, week 10, they played against Pudge. They tried to mirror the strat, but the game just ended the same. It was better in the early game, but it just ended the same. Pudge still found a way to do their thing, and this is why they're in the interview bracket that Tom G invented himself, that he does interviews with. So far we've had Immortal and Pudge, and it's fine. It's fine. And that is Thomas' thing. I let him do it. It gives me like a 2-3 minute break. We take those every day of the week. Now, yeah, nothing too much you can say. Cha-Cha, maybe if they pick it up, start maybe investing some time more over the week in the game, they can do a lot more, that is like B tier for me. That is a team that can do something. However, so far not looking so good for Cha-Cha Esports here. Crypturn, this is a fun team. Now these are the 4 teams that are the most interesting to cast, to watch in Europe so far. So Crypturn, I will place them in A tier. Why? Crypturn week 1 came in amazing. They did an interesting strat where someone dives them. They don't buy items, just wait for Rune of Teleportation. When someone dives them top, they just rotate as you teleport to defend your mate, and then if he survives, he just TPs down to catch the wave, so you don't lose any waves, any gold, no experience goes to waste. Amazing macro. I love how Crypturn played. They got, however, they did get pumped by Pudge. Pudge came in swinging. That was the turn for Pudge Chairs, though. Pudge lost their first game, which is, I believe it was this one. Yeah, it was against Unknowns. This was their first game. They got demolished. Fair. Unknowns are one of our better teams here. However, Crypturn also got a tie against Unknowns, which is why this is getting spicier and a bit more difficult to put them in a tier list and be exactly correct. You know, that is what I'm trying to say. So overall, Crypturn A tier is totally fine. They've shown amazing macro playing. They've shown adaptability. I don't think that they themselves will pick up a giant killer or maybe go for Geos. They tried it once, lost. I think that was against Pudge even. It's difficult to play giant killer against Pudge Chairs because they just demolish your tower in minute 1, man. They know what they're doing. They have a plan. They have a thing. Yeah, Crypturn, A tier. Next team, Pudge, S tier. No comment here. I don't want anyone saying anything different. Pudge lost their first game to Unknown. Fair. Unknowns are an interesting team. They're actually really good players. So, amazing macro. They have a plan on what they want to do. And, like, everyone kind of hops on that train when Unknowns do something. Pudge, same thing. They have a strat now. Once again, week 10, they won yesterday for me. I don't know whenever it is for you. It was very entertaining to watch Pudge Chairs go for the green Geo. No giant killers, just 2 people and a lot of consumables. Amazing. But they did it against Cha-Cha. They got away with that a little bit. Pudge still have to play against who? They play against Scythe. Once again, we don't know. In Esports 101. Pudge is getting the top of the standings, 100%. That is my prediction. Pudge are going to be here. Pudge and Unknowns will swap places because Unknowns have to play Subhumans and Cha-Cha. I expect them, Unknowns, to win against Cha-Cha. Against Subhumans, it's going to be a fist fight. So, if Subhumans manage to pull a tie against them, maybe the stage, because if they get 6 wins and Unknowns, yeah, Unknowns will get 5 and 2 ties. So, no, man, this league, it has to have 7 in total, right? Yeah, so Unknowns will have, if Subhumans tie against them, which I expect a tie. I don't expect, or maybe, this can be anyone's game, to be honest. Can be depending on how you're feeling in the moment, you know. At the moment of speaking, I believe Subhumans are supposed to be playing. Game was probably not here against AMG. AMG didn't show up. Yeah, I'm not even considering that. We're just gonna move them down. Yeah, probably, because they're supposed to play now. It's 3:50 p.m. Game should have started at 3 p.m. Since there's no stream, I assume AMG didn't show up to the match, so it's fine. Subhumans will get the 4 wins as well, moving up. But yeah, we're here to talk about Pudge shares. Amazing team, amazing strat. 3 players mid, then just go for Geo. They go for Geos now. This is our Russian. These guys are Russian and they're amazing. And I like the Pudge in the Adidas tracksuit, by the way. It looks amazing. Let me just give you that. Maybe if you could get him to squat, that would make the picture pitch perfect. Next team, Subhumans. Come on, man. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. Maybe if I do it like this, I can have a better differentiate. Subhumans, once again, the Geo inventors, the giant killers, as Tom also likes to call them. And it's true. They're the first team that came in the league with the giant killer strat and kind of introduced every other team to it. But it also proved to be a double-edged sword, because as you can see in their game, where was it? Subhumans against Pudge, that was. Pudge came in blasting, man. I don't care if you got a giant killer. We're just if you go kill the Geo, we'll just kill you and take it later. So it is a double-edged sword. That is how people are calling it, and I very much agree so. But if Pudge found a way to kill Geos without having giant killer, that means still having 5 Spellbanes on your team. Amazing. And I think that Subhumans will adapt to that as well. Maybe we'll see the War Cry, the Rallying Cry. Don't remember exactly how it was called, the spell. Let me see if I can find it. Abilities. Let me see if I can find it. The ability would shout, give your allies attack speed. On activation, it gives... Well. Will, you're lucky here. Wow. Amazing. Oh, there is. Only it's not loading up for me. Okay, we're here. We can see him. I need the 3rd. There it is. The War Cry. It's a spell. Maybe this will be implemented. From Immortal we saw, I think it was Miralicious playing it. This can be a game changer if people try that. If people try this out. It can be very interesting because it's useful for Geos, it's useful for team fights. We're back. A little bit of PC issues, never mind. Everything in the video should be fine, I think. Like I mentioned, Subhumans, also gonna put them in A tier. I think that's fair. We talked about, we talked about Rallying Cry. Let's look at the brackets once again. I think it's fair putting Subhumans here. Yes, the score has been implemented. They are now at 4 wins. I think the reason I am putting Crypturn and Subhumans in A tier is because Crypturn have showed a little bit of adaptability. They've shown growth, you know? They've shown, like, they started well, they fell off, they jumped, they came back again, while Subhumans have been going up and they fell down. So up until week 10, this is how we're gonna do it. And then unknowns, I don't know, man. It's very difficult. I mean, they are the team with no losses. I have to give them that. They are the ones who beat Pudge. Yes, it was week 1. Many of these conclusions will come when the last 2 games are played. So up until then, I'm gonna have to put them with Pudge in S tier as unknowns, and I think this will be completed. Like I mentioned before, unknowns, they know what they want to do in the moment of doing, you know. They come in, everyone's the fights are coordinated, the ability chaining is nice, like one person goes collision course, then they wait for the stun to pass, then the judgment comes in, then they wait for the stun to pass, then the second collision course comes in, you know. Team fights as well. I think this will do it. However, I don't... Now, Just gonna do it. Chacha can go B tier. That's fine. And I think this concludes Europe. It should be very short, a shorter video than the first one, but a lot more entertaining games and a lot more to analyze. I think because of the that dynamics of the game. The Asia games are just clear macro, no rarely geos. Europe is a bit more chaotic, I'd say. So yeah, that does it. Tell me what you think of what you think of the tier list. Let me know, and I'll catch you in the next one. We'll probably do another one. I like making these; they're kind of fun. So, catch y'all later.